Hello everyone, my name is Sean and welcome to Booking with Sean. This video I'm going to do a bookshelf tour, but before I start that I'd like to just give a little bit of background on myself. If you all know Alyssa on YouTube, that is AN YouTube, and also Read with Alyssa, that's my oldest daughter, and she's kind of given me a push here to give this video thing a try. So I thought, hey, let's just have some fun with this. And that's all this is going to be about, is just having a little bit of fun, sharing my love for books, and going through a lot of the different books I like to read. The types of books I like, dystopian, young adult books, which I know I'm an older guy, but young adult books, I tend to like the way they write those better. I also like apocalyptic books, thrillers, I'll read mysteries. I've got a lot of Christian fiction as well. Pretty much a lot of the things Alyssa likes to read, I like to read them as well. I just don't like to read the romantic ones because, hey, that's just not my style. But hey, if it's you like them, you do you. But let's get this thing started, and let's go ahead and let me show you my bookshelf, which you can see behind me. But I'll go through each shelf one by one, give you an idea of what I have. Okay, let's start at the top. This is where I keep all the cool stuff. I do have some awards from places that I've worked before. A Star Wars Lego box from one of the Legos I put together. A Braves Tomahawk. A nice little bowling pin from a company function that we had. The best Lego set ever that my kids got me, the Millennium Falcon. And also for my birthday, my youngest daughter, Taylor, which some of you may know as well, got me this Lego set. And of course, here's the picture of when I was much younger and skinnier, and a commemorative Coke bottle for Alabama, since I am an Alabama fan. So let me come back over here and let's start with this shelf. As you can see, I try to keep my hardcover books together as much as I can. There will be a mixture, as you'll see as we go through here, but I don't have a really good order on all these books. I know a lot of people like to organize them a certain way, but I'm definitely not to that level yet. But there's a good mix here of some Christian fiction and science fiction and all that stuff here. You may recognize some of the titles. One of these is also, I believe, written by the same person that does all of the, well, I just lost my train of thought, so I'll just skip that. Do have some bobbleheads. There's a bobblehead of one of the Braves players, some little Star Wars Lego people, and then on the next shelf, some more bobbleheads, an old nameplate of mine. You can see some Harry Potter books and stuff on this one. Shout out to my grandmother, who is, of course, no longer with us, but that's the name tag where she used to work. As I go down, you'll see some more books. Those four white ones in the middle, those are signed by the author. I found those on his website and was able to buy them signed from him. There's also a couple of nonfiction books up in this section, like Weird Hauntings. That's a really cool one since I'm into the paranormal. Some more bobbleheads, of course. And the bottom shelf has a few more, actually not the bottom shelf yet, the second to the bottom. You'll see some Ted Dekker, Christian author. Those are really good. Some other books that are young adult, like Hunger and Rule of Three, those kind of things. And then the bottom shelf is mostly all of my nonfiction type books, including one of the Bibles that I have. We'll just shoot over here to the next one, and I apologize for the lighting. This is mainly a bunch of Star Trek paperbacks, and these small paperbacks have gotten to the point where I can't really read those very well because my eyesight is getting bad as I get older. So those are there. This is a collection of some of the hardcover Star Trek and Star Wars books that I have. You'll see a boarding pass for the Titanic. There's a Titanic exhibit up in Pigeon Forge that we recently went to see on vacation. So that's what that is. It's really cool. If you haven't been, go check it out. And I even have a thing of Star Trek blueprints. I'm not going to open that box, but it actually is full of blueprints for the Next Generation Enterprise, which to me is really cool. Next, some more of the nonfiction books, except for The Martian and a few other things. But there's also a really old one you can't really see very well. But this is an old Reader's Digest condensed book that my mom had given me a while back. You know, some more figures and things. If I go up another shelf, you'll see the Fifth Wave series, which honestly I was very disappointed with. I couldn't even get through the first book, but I already owned them, so that's cool. These I highly recommend, The Diabolic and the Empress. The third book is out. I just haven't bought it yet, so I can't wait to get that one to read it. I believe that is the final book in a trilogy. You can see some Star Wars and Star Trek things here as well. And top shelf. You'll see some Splunk things, which is the software I use at work, including these stickers. That's for their fake little company that they use when they do little events. You'll see Gumby, which is very old school. If you don't know who that is, that's okay. some Star Wars books, and also the Supernova Arch Enemies from Stephenie Meyer. Those are really, really good. And I'm going to double check something on that. Marissa Meyer. See, I had to check. Marissa Meyer is the author, and I apologize for that goof up. And Brandon Sanderson. I even have this. This is a set of, supposed to be 3 bookmarks, so I've already got 2 of them somewhere else, based off of the Brandon Sanderson Skyward series. And some more Brandon Sanderson books. And then you'll see some Rick Riordan books back there, and those are basically following after all the Percy Jackson books. It follows all of them around. And the final bookshelf, you'll see this is probably the most current books that I have. I haven't read all of them yet, but have those, and of course some more little funny things to decorate the shelves with. Got these as well. A few more fiction and nonfiction mixed in there as well. And then you get down to the shelves where I need more books on. So I have some basic stuff in there. Some bobbleheads in the front. There's one thing I've got that I really like is this graphic novel for Legend. So that one's really fun to read. And a few other things here. Some more Star Trek things, and then more or less this is just where I've got everything else that I'm not really using right now. And the last thing you'll see in here, because it is around Halloween, is I did put up some rope lights around the bookcase. These are my Halloween lights. I may leave them up all year, don't know. But I'll step back a little bit so you can get a better view. But this is basically my bookshelf tour. If you have any questions, definitely post them and I'll start answering questions for you. But I really appreciate you checking out my bookshelf. All right, once again, thank you so much for joining me for my bookshelf tour. Please stay tuned for more videos as we go through this. Like I said, this is brand new for me, so I'm going to be learning this as we go. I plan to share with you books I'm currently reading, how I thought about the books. I'd love to answer any questions that you may have, so please comment on the video. Feel awful free. I mean, I'll answer just about anything, and I'll be as honest as I can be. So I just want to try to keep politics and things out of stuff, because I just know how angry people get with that. So I would prefer to stay away from those kind of conversations. Let's keep it book related, or if you have questions about anything about, you know, my daughter or both my kids or anything like that, within reason, I'll answer them. So just feel free to ask me anything. And if you've got some future content you'd like for me to do on this channel, please let me know. But once again, thanks for joining me for my book tour video. We'll see you next time. Bye.